Good morning. My name is Melissa Holden, and I was just having a thought while I folded some laundry this morning, and it was how we come up with conspiracy theories at this age, regardless of where it is. And my morning's conspiracy theory comes from an old Icelandic saga, but let me explain a little bit first beforehand. My son is like not even a teenager yet, and he's like bigger than me, and I'm not a little person, and my daughter is she's getting as big as me too, and I was just joking. It's just something I just say. I don't know whether people from Iceland or Germany or wherever, if they say it, but I did. I just said, well, you guys must be Volsungs. I was just kidding. And then I was listening to one of the sagas while I folded clothes, and I was like, you know what? They are extremely big, and that's what they were saying about Volsung, is that he was larger, and a Sigmund or Sigurd, I can't remember which one. It was a Sig guy anyway. He was really big. And it goes on, I haven't gotten that far, but anyway, it goes on that he ended up, it's a whole Cinderella kind of thing. I was really into it the other day, but he leaves the part of the spear that has the tip on it. When he stabbed a dragon, it was left in the dragon, and they retrieved it, and they were like trying to match it to the the shank of the spear to see if it matched. Kind of like Cinderella in the shoe. But anyway, they do it, and they check around, and they find that it was him. But anyway, there's another part in the story where he goes, I'm sure you've heard of Brunhild before. I had. But anyway, he is the only one who is courageous enough to enter her circle of fire, and somebody else is in love with her and wants to marry her, so he uses some transformation spell or something. I don't know how he does it, but he makes himself appear as this other person, rides into the fire, and then anyway. But previously, he had gone as himself when he rescued her and slayed the dragon. And she was like, oh, and it was so funny. When I was about my son's age, I was maybe 12. I just turned 12, yeah, because I wrote a short story. It was called Last Year. And it was about how I was up in the woods or on the seashore or somewhere, and I found this egg, and I was like, well, I wonder what it is, so I'm gonna hatch it. Being a kid who doesn't realize they have to be incubated and stuff, it hatched in my room, and it was this little lizard or something. Anyway, my parents let me keep it, and then it grew, and it grew, and it grew, and eventually ended up being so big, it was kind of like Clifford the dog. And anyway, the whole story. And then I thought that's funny because it's a lot like the little worm that Brunhild's parents let her have. Okay, on to my conspiracy. See, I talk a whole lot. If you're interested in this stuff, you won't mind anyway. So, she has this dragon. The worm grows up to be a dragon that protects her because she takes care of it and stuff. Now, where the circle of fire is and how the dragon and she eats that makes no difference to the plot anyway. So, but she has, when this guy Sigurd, we'll call him Sigurd because I don't know if it's Sigmund or it might be. I don't remember. I heard the story first. Maybe it was through Wagner. I don't remember. I can't even remember where I heard the story first. It could have been when I was going to Neuschwanstein. I don't remember. Anyway, I thought it was Sigmund, and then when I was listening, I was like, maybe it's Sigurd. I don't know. But anyway, so Brunhild declares her love for him, and she's going to marry only him. And she told her father that that's what she would do anyway. So she's like, well, I'm going to only marry this person who is so brave. And then this other guy falls in love with her and wants to marry her, but he's the only one brave enough. But wait a second, didn't she confess undying love for this other guy? And didn't she make a promise or an oath that she would only marry the guy who so either way you look at it, whether she forgot him entirely or not, he is the one who went through the fire. And so her oath should be to marry him, but she marries this other guy. And then as the story goes on, she marries this other guy thinking he rode through her, but she doesn't remember at all. And it comes out while she's washing her hair in the river with this other lady once, and something slips. I don't remember what it is at this point, but somehow she finds out that was actually Sigmund, or whatever we're calling him. I can't remember. The Sig guy who she should have married, and not Gunnar, I think his name is. Could be Yars. No, it's Gunnar. Okay. Those names, they're not my kids. I don't remember them. Anyway, ironically, I can't remember my kids' names either. And the thing that's so funny about that is sometimes I have my son, and I'll call him Mary. Obviously. Well, there are men named Marion. But my aunt is named Marion. Anyway, forgetful with names, having a difficulty. I'm backtracking to where I left off. Okay, so she finds out, and it's I think Sigurd's or Sigmund, the Sig guy's real wife, because he didn't marry Brunhild. The other guy did, who was a prince. So she's still in a royal family anyway. But anyway, so she finds out that he was actually the one that she should have been married to, and she throws it there. Anyway, so going back even far, that was all just backstory. It's really fascinating, and I get so caught up when I start talking about these stories and stuff. Sorry, but so what I started getting off conspiracy about listening while I'm folding laundry in my bedroom, listening to a saga, I start getting all these, and I feel this. Can you actually feel sometimes you feel paranoid? I'm like, oh, what if I've forgotten? What if I actually said something or did something and had totally forgotten about it? Anyway, I started getting all paranoid and getting really scared, and then I was like, wait, I'm doing something to my heart rate. I should stop worrying about this. And that's why I'm making a video, because I came to the conclusion, well, it's just my age. Generally around my age, people come up with conspiracy theories about everything. And so I was coming up with a conspiracy theory I did originally with a song that I'd heard. It was a really old song. It was one no one ever had been listened to. It was by Tel Bachman, and it was the lyrics. No, I'm thinking of another song now. Something about I hear the secrets that you're not telling me. It's what you won't reveal. That's the name of the song. See, it's one no one's ever heard of but me. And that song made me really upset too, because the thought of in your sleep you might reveal things that you don't want anyone to know, and other people might all know something. It's the whole idea behind that Truman story, the fact that everyone else sees and knows things that you don't think that they know. You know it too, and they know them, but you think that no one else knows but you. Anyway, that's basically the crux of what I was thinking of. It's like, Do you really have any secrets? Maybe your secret is a secret that you don't even know. Now I'm getting myself all worked up again. Okay, forget this. Okay, the world is real, and my life is I'm just a plain, ordinary housewife. There's no other conspiracy. I was going to tell you about some other odd things that I've never been able to explain, but I won't do that. We'll just end right here. Bye. Oh, I still don't have a catchphrase, but I've talked for over 10 minutes about nothing.